Hi everybody and welcome back to Manifestation Budgets. I hope you're all doing really well. Today is going to be my check-in for week 16 and my cash stuffing for week 17. So we are going to have a look at my spending over the last week, and we are going to look at what we've got left, and we are also going to cash stuff for the following week. So yeah, we are back to school today. So today is Tuesday the 22nd of April. The kids have just been dropped off, and yeah, we're back to routine. Need to get back to some healthy eating because I've been eating a lot of chocolate and a lot of takeaways and rubbish. So yeah, I'm really this is like a bit of a refresh, a restart. This month is my birthday month as well, so I always view that as a bit of another kind of new year because it's a new year in my life. So yeah, let's smash this month, hey? So let's have a look at our spending for this week. So I left you here, which was where did we go? Oh, when we went into town, sorry. Yeah, when they went bowling, that was that. So the next day, the 16th, I went to Asda and I bought all the kids Easter eggs and bits and pieces, and that cost me £30 and 35 pence, and that came out the Easter fund. And then later on, we picked the kids up because they'd had a sleepover that night, and we went to Burger King on the way back, and that cost £25.48, and again, that came out of the Easter money. On the 17th, I've got this down as a no spend day, but we did go to Nando's, but my husband paid for that. So girl math is it was a no spend day for me at least. And then on the 18th, we went to Home Bargains to get some bits and pieces so we go to our friends every year for an Easter party, and I always get everybody a little gift. So rather than getting everybody an Easter egg, I made these cute little gifts. So they sell like little glass cups with a straw, like milk cups, that have all the Easter like vinyl on them. So I got loads of those, and I bought loads of lollipops, and I basically filled them up with lollipops and gave them as a little gift, which was cute. I put £30 petrol in at Tesco, and then we did a mini top-up shop at Co-op, which cost £10.29. I thought put £30 in because we needed to travel the next day to my friends, so we knew we needed quite a bit of fuel. I do still have some in the tank, and I don't really have anywhere major to go this week, so hopefully that won't need filling up for a little while anyway. The 19th, which was the Easter Saturday, was a no spend day because we just travelled to and from our friend's Easter party and didn't spend any money that day, which is good. We were tempted to stop and get a drive-through coffee, but we thought, no, let's just save our money and we'll just have a drink when we get there. So that was good. On the 20th, in general, was a no spend day, but I did book my pole classes, and I actually need to write the amount in there because that was £33. And then yesterday, which was the last day of the holidays, we got a takeaway. Now, it was only cheap because it was £21.50 because the Indian food was just for me and the kids. My husband got Chinese, but he paid for that on his card, and I paid for this one on my card. So that is this week's spending. So not terrible, not too bad. But yeah, obviously we're hoping to have a less spendy week now the kids are back in school. So that is the spending. Hope you guys are all okay. Let me know how you feel about back to school. Is that a good thing? Is it a bad thing? Let me know. But let's see what we've got left in our purse. Is that everything? Okay, so we have got 15 in notes. We've got 2, and then we've got 25p. Now, in my last video, I was saying that I was going to end that penny challenge and just get a jar. So I'm just going to use this one. I've swapped the pounds out. So the pounds that were in the supermarket challenge are now in this smaller one. And then the general change is in here. So we're not doing a challenge for that now. We're just going to keep going until this is full. And then we'll go and dump it in NatWest. So we've got £17, which we can add to challenges. But what I'm thinking to do, I'm going to copy Budget with Kerry because she's been for the last couple of videos just kind of keeping the challenge money to the end and adding it to the cash stuffing. So that's my plan. So let me just get my cheat sheet and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, so obviously because my cash stuffings have gone up slightly, I've just given myself a bit of a new plan for making sure things get stuffed and making sure the money's going in the right places. So let's get this week's money together. It's all in tens. I sent my husband to the cash machine last night because I knew I wanted to cash stuff first thing this morning, and it saves me walking all the way there. So let's give it a count. We've got 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, 130, 140, 150. So we will add the 15 to that, and the £2 coins as well. So we're going to start off with 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 for our weekly spending. And we are going to do our roll and match, which is a custom one from Eva at the Rocking Witch. And we're going to see what we're going to save, whether we're going to save 5 or whether we're going to save 10. Okay, so we're going to use this lovely dice here, and let's see if we can match. So we have got blue, blue, purple. So we didn't match today. So we'll do blue, blue, and purple. My pens, so my kids keep stealing my pens. I've tried to hide them and they have still found them. So the pens that I was using for this, I now can't find because I was going to use the thin blue Sharpie and it seems to have disappeared. So for now, it's just going to have to do. So I've just got a few Sharpies at the side just so that I can use them. So that is now 10 going in there. So we've now got 15 in total. And for this one, we're depending on whether we're going to game day the binder or whether we're just going to do normal challenges. If we're game daying, we might include roll and match as well. Just so that one, we'll probably just keep redoing this challenge, to be fair. I don't think I'll swap it out for another one just yet anyway. So yeah, we might include it in our cash stuffings just so we can get through the first set first. So that is that, which leaves us with £40 for our weekly spending. Like I say, this week at the moment, there's no plans. It's just back to school stuff. So yeah, we will see how we get on. Okie dokie. So this is what we're going to be doing. So we're going to do our £50 a week. Then we are going to be putting £10 a week into summer because we really need to get this going. I'm just going to go over this blue pen from last time. So we'll do this 5 and we'll do this 5 here. I really want to start my other summer challenge, so in order to do that I'm going to need to crack on with this tin and get this tin done. If we finish any savings challenges, which I think we're going to finish one today because we've got risk it for a chocolate biscuit, we might put some in here just to kind of get this done quicker and then I can start on my next challenge because yeah, summer is not that far away now. So yeah, £10 is going to go in there every time, and then each week we're going to come into my personal binder. I have moved some envelopes around actually, but yeah, every week we're going to put £10 into poll. So in my last video where I reallocated my £400, I put £50 in poll to fully fund the classes for this month. But I put 50 in because normally I just budget for 5 weeks, but there's only 3 weeks. Well, there's 4 weeks with a Sunday in May, but one of them I'm not available. So I only needed to book 3 classes. They're now £11 a class, so it was 33. So I've just took the 30 out of here. The £3 just came out of my bank buffer, but we're going to put £10 in this every week. Just keep this topped up so that whenever it's time to book poll, the money is available, because otherwise I end up putting it on my credit card and we don't want to be doing that. So yeah, so every week £10 is going to go into summer and £10 is going to go into poll. We are then also going to have £20 every week to go into chosen envelopes. So we might, if we want to finish a challenge, we might add it to the challenge money. If we want to add it to a sinking fund or an envelope, we'll do that. Or if we just want to put it in our purse because we're doing something special that week, we will just decide basically. So I've got £20, and this week I am going to put £10 into beauty because my hair appointment is approaching up. £40 now in beauty. Just to say which envelopes I've moved health and trip fund into here because these are for me. These savings are for me really. So yeah, health's going to be in there and trip fund. And the other thing I forgot was, in my last video as well, I took out this challenge. So this is from Charles Cash Budget, and it was in the Galentine's box from ages ago. And it's just one I've not got around to doing, and I'm going to start using it to save up for going away with a friend for her birthday. So I am going to start completing that. So we'll cross that 10 from last time just so that we're keeping up with that. So that was where that £10 went in last time, and I'm just going to keep that in the back of here. So these are all envelopes that are mainly for me. Obviously the rent and car and stuff obviously suits the whole family and home, but yeah, these are things that I want to spend on, so they've all come into this binder, but it's nice to have some money in there to flick through rather than it being completely empty. And then the last £10 I've decided is going to go into my birthday. I wasn't sure whether I was going to finish my birthday challenge or not, but I've decided that I'm going to. Me and my friend, so I've got a friend whose birthday is also in April, and we are going to go to Miller and Carter to kind of celebrate both of our birthdays. So I'm going to need that money for this. So I'm going to add this 10, and that is going to complete this challenge. So I'm going to colour in these symbols and be right back. Okay, so bit of a messy colouring, but it's done. So that's another challenge complete. So that was I Spy. Let's move that down here. I Spy from Plan, Budget, Repeat. And I've made it save 60 because each symbol was £1, but it should have saved 175. But yeah, we don't need that. So that is now fully funded. So that I can stay there to dry, and I'll probably wipe it off and put it in my giveaway. And then this money is sat ready for my birthday. And I'll take that with me. My nice meal out. So that is the £20 that's going into envelopes for this week. We can now move on to Christmas. And Christmas is going to get 30, 10, 20, 30. And should we let the dice decide? Yeah, we'll do our, put this here, we'll do our 4-sided dice, and that can tell us if I can get it out of the cash tray. This will tell us what we're going to do. We're going to do challenge 4, which is roll and match. So this is the Christmas edition. So let's see. This week we've got red, green, green. Okay, so that means 10 is going in there. Give it a proper waft. So that's another 10 going in. Put that behind the money. So there's now 20 in roll and match. And then we'll go again. 2. Challenge 2 is here for the ho-ho-hos. And every Santa is 10. So £20 more to finish that one. All the challenges in here are now completely in cash. There's no placeholders in here now, just so I can complete the challenges properly. And then the last £10, where is that going to go? 3. So that is this one, Bingo Bakes. So let's roll a 6-sided dice. So row 4, oops. Row 4, which we can't do. Row 6, which we can't do. Row 1, so £6. So what have we got in here? So we need to put 6 in. So we'll do that pound, take that 5 out, and we'll put the 10 in. What I might do as well, actually, just so that that's, I might take that £2 out and put a 5 in, and then just cross off a 3. Yeah, just to round that up, because ideally don't want coins in here, but we might have to. So we've got 20, 40, 60, 80, 95 in there, and it saves 135. So yeah, still got a little way to go with that, but I'm going to leave that there because that was what, 10 in roll and match, 10 in there, and then 9 in there, which is fine. That's fine. Okay, I think that was right. Anyway, if I've said that completely wrong, just ignore me. All my binders are falling down. But something will be arriving soon, which will be a solution to that. So then the rest of this is for challenges. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 8. So it should have been 30, but we've had the extra money. So we are going to go to Risk It for a Chocolate Biscuit. If you've been watching my video, you will know that I messed this one up. My last video, I just put a comment on because I didn't actually notice in editing. It was only when I counted this challenge and realised it was wrong. So we owed it a 5. And then the last one on here was an 8. So we were going to put the 2 back and get a 10. So let's just complete this. If you can see that properly. And then let's just swap these 4 £5 notes for 2 10s. And then we should have 70. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 and 70. So that is brisket for a chocolate biscuit done. So that can be put in my giveaway as well. So let's take the envelope out. And we'll just put this to one side for now. Might reallocate it at the end, or I might save it for the next video. Let's just see how we get on, and then we'll make a decision. So yeah, we needed to finish that one. Let's put 5 in here because we know that's what we scratched off last time. So we'll pop 5 in there, and then we'll cross that off and scratch off the next one. Oops, if I can get that off. So it's a 10 for next time. Which is fine. So 10 for next time. So soon that will be done, and that's the 3rd one in the series. Let's go on this one, and let's cross off one of the, oh, we can't really cross off an X, can we? Let's do a heart on the X and then an X on the heart. That's probably the best way to do it. So that is, let's take the 5 out. Oh no, we're putting a 10 in. Silly me. Right, I nearly messed up there again. So that's 15 now in Don't Play Hard to Get, which is from Little Moon Budgets. Then how much have we got? 15. So let's do 5 into Mallow Mix. And I think I'm just going to colour in this one just to make it easier. Okay. So that's another. Did I put the 5 in? Oh God. Don't think I did I? How much have we got? 10, 20, 30, 45, 55, 65, 70, 80, 90. Yeah, okay. What am I like? What am I like? Honestly. Brain is not braining today. Bunny hops. Oh, I can't find that pen now. That's really going to annoy me. Might use this thin black one. So we'll do 2 little bunny prints, £5. What I might do is actually come back to Supermarket Dash and then put £10 in there and just do that 10. And then what I can do is I can put the 5 in and I can put this £5 coins into there, because otherwise the change is going to go in the other envelopes, which we don't want. So we will do that. What I might do for my cash stuffing is potentially use some of these just to swap it out for notes, just so we can complete this challenge more in notes, so we can reallocate. So let's just scratch off the next one for next time now. So it's a 10 again. Okay, let's count up what we've got in here now. So we've got 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 110, and then the coins. I needs to go back in there. Okay, how are we doing for time? Okay, I think we've got enough time to reallocate that challenge, haven't we? I'm going to add some more challenges in here because we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. And then if we're not game day in that one, we need another 2 in here. So I'm going to choose 2 challenges off camera and I'll add them to that for my next video. So let's reallocate risk it for a chocolate biscuit while we're here. Okay, so we've got £70 to reallocate. I think what I want to do, I want to top up summer. I might do 20 in summer. 10 and 20. Yeah, we'll do 20 in summer just to get ourselves a couple of weeks ahead in terms of what we're putting in. We'll do that for quite a few challenges. Just want to get this done sooner rather than later. And then the rest we'll do just envelopes. So I think we'll go into my personal actually for this. Poll will be fine. I think we'll do beauty because, like I say, my hair appointment is quite soon actually. So 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Yeah, we'll keep that at 60 for now. Car's now in cash as well. Let's put 10 in rent just because we want to start getting this done. And this, like I say, is just to save as a bit of a rent buffer, just so that we've got a bit extra because the rent is going up and all of that. So that's now got 30 in there. And then I'm going to the family binder with that other money. And I think we'll make a start on school holidays actually. So we're going to do this potion, Polyjuice potion, which is from Budget with Moo. And I think we'll put the full 20 in there actually. So we are going to cross off 2 of these. So yeah, this is to save for the May half term, which I think is only about 5 weeks away. So we've got to save for this quite quickly. So we're going to do that Polyjuice potion challenge first, Budget with Moo, and then when that one's finished, we're going to do Shout at the Moon from Little Moon Budgets, and each moon is 5. So we'll do both of those challenges to fill up the school holidays money, and then family time, that's just for like the weekends and stuff. So we'll have to add to that as well. But yeah, just feels like we're getting somewhere now. I feel like the money is creeping up. Things are starting to get funded. So yeah, we're doing well. Little one's birthday is fully funded and all that money's now in the bank, which is great. Starting to buy his presents soon. I'm going to try and order some stuff this week, so I needed that money in the bank. So that is that. We are done. Thank you so much for joining me for this video. My next video will probably be, hopefully, depending on what date it comes in, my bonus YouTube payment, which I will be doing a Christmas game day with. So yeah, look forward to that. And then yeah, potentially at the end of the month, there might be another bonus cash stuff in, just when we've sorted our budget out. If there's any extra money, we'll get it into our binders, so it's not spent. All right, guys, take care, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.